Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what's going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there. Of course, we got Jason the Tiger Osborne coming in with those F's. We got Dan the motherfucking Dirt in the house. What up, Tech Man? Going to the moon. That's right, that is right. Jason's like, all I want for Christmas is one Bitcoin, one Bitcoin. I think that's everybody at this point.
Yeah.
I think that is
wanted one Bitcoin.
just one. I mean, like if you have one Bitcoin, you are in the 1%.
It do be facts. It do be facts.
Heck yeah. So how are things at the mine today? Doing
really cold.
Yeah.
And really wet.
Really? Are you doing like deployment or just kind of maintenance?
Just monitoring.
Monitoring today? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's your target uptime percentage?
All the time?
Well, I mean, I mean, like, but I mean, like, because you have regular maintenance and stuff like that, that's not feasible. So, I mean, like, if you were doing like your routine maintenance, and all your preventative maintenance, like you're supposed to be doing every month, I think some of the big facilities I see, they're targeting in between like 95-ish to like 98-ish% uptime with all the maintenance they do. About that, yeah.
I mean, they haven't been off since before Thanksgiving.
Do you guys even have like a maintenance program over there?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're brand new machines. I don't know what you want to do.
Oh, I'm not like I don't know how like if you guys have stuff that's like, way old, little bit older, like last generation stuff.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll have that, it's
8,000 machines are S21 Pros.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. 7,999 are S21 Pros. And there is one S21 stands out like a sore thumb because you see the rest of them and he's like, this much shorter than the rest of them. So you like see them and then you see this little one go whoop, whoop.
Hilarious. So you guys haven't even had deployment yet long enough on these machines to really kind of start accruing some of that dedusting maintenance that you would have you would be normally shutting down your machines for and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Why you're looking at me funny, but with that question,
Yeah, no, they're new machines.
I mean, our facility had a little bit of a higher fucking maintenance just because we needed to really deploy more intake filtration to get the red dirt out of the fucking air.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like blowing stuff out. I'm like, fucking red dust, dude. God damn it. Fucking Oklahoma.
Everywhere.
Fucking everywhere. Like this fine silt. Like in the crevices of coolers and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
But it doesn't like build up a lot. That's what was really kind of fucked up. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. You take your fucking cleaner, whoop. Oh, the next one, I'm going outside with that shit. Fucking, you just see this ploof of cloudage come out, and you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, there was a We were cleaning some filter meshes today, but that was on there's a side of the line that's not deployed right now, right? Because we're not technically fully deployed. We're waiting on machines, because like everybody else,
Right.
machines are stuck in customs, because of the whole Huawei control board debacle that made.
Yep.
Um, that and we've been getting some machines in, but they were for like a different part of the, different line in the facility than not our line. But they came up and one of the guys asked me today, and he goes, or it was yesterday, and he goes, "Hey, have you seen like a box of S21 plugs anywhere?" And I was like the whole like whip, and he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Nope, I haven't seen them." And he goes, "All right, we have a box of spares around here somewhere, and we're trying to find them because they got a whole batch, like a whole truck full, just like I think 5 pallets, I think, um, with no power cord in the box, like 5 pallets
Oh my God, with no whips
of
on them.
machines with no whips." They had another truck that had S19 whips, so like the C19 to the dual C13 plugs
Right.
for the S19 miners. One batch had those in the box. Like those are gonna do an S21 any good. I was like, "What, really?" And he goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I don't know what's going on, man. Between being stuck in customs and like now no power cables." He goes, "This is just ridiculous." So they had like, I don't know. They had 5 pallets, 3, 6, 9 times 3. It's what, 30? I don't know. I can't even math right now.
Wow. Sounds like they need somebody to make some cables for them. So they can preemptive
I mean, they
strike.
bought them brand new from Bitmain, so Bitmain's just gonna have to send them.
Yeah, it just sucks that like you're like sitting there waiting for the fucking shit, you know?
Not my machines.
Oh yeah, I know.
Someone else's line.
That's hilarious. Wow. Man, I must have been buying directly from Bitmain when Bitmain was awesome.
No,
You know, back when the E3 the Antminer E3s were getting deployed out. And that was some top-notch equipment back then. That was like one of the early fucking Ethereum ASICs.
you know, back in them days.
Right? What up, John Jermaine with the Lemon Tree Gang? Gang.
So, man, I haven't got to talk to you about anything else, but are you excited for Battle Mage coming? Like, I'm buying a Battle Mage GPU.
I want to, but I don't know which if like because they're not releasing the top dog right now.
No, no, we're getting 2 Battle Mage GPUs this year. That's it. We won't get anything else until next year.
And I don't know if I want to get one of these ones and knowing that I'm just going to be sitting on it, I'll be able to play around with it, you know, but for the most part, I'll be just sitting on it. um, so, like, and if I'm looking at it that way, I'd almost want, if I'm gonna buy one, I would rather hold off and wait for their top tier battle mage.
The 590.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know when the projected time frame for the 590 is.
Because like they're in the last release, they had the 300 series and what, the 700 series.
For art cards?
Yeah, the arcs. Because I've
Yeah,
got
your
you had the I
like
have
the
the A380. There's the 770.
yeah, and then blanking. 770, 750,
The 780 or
and
something like that. But
the A580, A380, A350, and A310
yeah,
was
so
the
they did
Optimus
they so they
series.
did do 3 product lines.
Technically, I don't think all of them were ever like truly released. I know the 380 was, which is what you have,
Right. I'm
and the
curious to see if
750
they
and the
really just
770.
like if they release a like a top tier, maybe a 6, or if they're following suit, they release a 5, we get a 7, a 770, a 780, or something like that.
Yeah, so we should have a a B770. That should be the like the top dog.
Right. That I think that's what I
That's
would want to hold
yeah,
off for.
B770. Um, I don't know, the last news I've seen from that was May 12th of this year. So like
Yeah.
really old news.
I mean, I'm excited to see the Battle Mage architecture. Um,
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
would
one. I
like to
actually
see.
I bought a Nook, an Intel Nook, uh, like the actual PC.
Yeah, I know Nooks. Yeah.
Uh, and it has a PCIe slot inside the case. So I'm adding. I'm gonna get a Battle Mage card and put it in there.
Nice, nice.
It'll
I've
be
looked
a
at
little
the
Intel box and take that as like a little travel PC because it's really small.
right.
I'll be able to like
I've
do
looked
stuff.
at the mini S forums too. Only because that goes onto the AMD line.
Oh yeah, I like this. I'm interested in that. I got it for a really good price.
Nice, nice, nice.
Thanks to Retro Mike for the hookup. Not from him,
Baller.
but he gave me a link to someone that was selling them for it's
How
like
old is it?
580.
Is it brand new
Uh,
or one of the older
that's
ones?
brand new. It's brand new. It's
Ooh.
brand new, but it's like technically 4 years old.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Like how far back does it go?
Yeah, it's ninth gen Intel,
Okay.
but it's an i5. It's like 580 for the entire thing. It's a bare bones kit. I still gotta get RAM and
Oh,
hard drive.
okay, okay, yeah. Because
Uh,
like they
was 580, and I got it for I offered $200, and they accepted the offer. So I
like
put 200 bucks, and
I've
that's it.
teeter tottered on like do I it's like what I'm saying, like do you, because like some of those mini PCs, like by the time you're done kitting it out the way you would normally kit a computer out,
Yeah.
you're basically the same price as just building
Not really.
a mini a mini tower.
I mean, I'm at $200 right now. You know what I mean? Like it was 580. I offered 200, and they took the offer.
Right,
So
right. I mean,
I
200. You
plan
still got to get the
I
RAM
plan
in
to get
there. That's like another, another.
yeah, and I plan to buy um I have a message out to one person, but I plan to buy a different nut card because the one that's in it's an i5, and I don't want the i5. That's poo poo. So I found an i9 version. They want $400 for it, but I'm just gonna offer like $100. See what happens.
All right.
Just to see if it happens. But it's still ninth gen. What the nice thing about those like the NUC PC cases, any of the like the NUC versions will work with it. So like I can switch to the 10th gen, 11th gen, 12th gen, and it will still work in the case.
Nice.
It's a nice little like trick. So that's from like all the reading. I haven't seen a video of it, any of them running, but from like what I've read in forums and everything, it works. So I'm gonna try to grab the i9. They sell a Celeron version as well. That's like an i9 equivalent, but I don't want to go to Celeron. I'd rather like stay like in.
Yeah, usually when you go into the Celeron family, there are trade-offs to go to the lower SKU because it basically is a lower SKU.
Yeah, for the Xenon. They have a Xenon version that's of like the Nux, like the Pros. And then you have like the Celeron versions.
Right. Yeah, it's like and I know like whenever I'm like looking at those like because I'm staying in the AMD side of the family, like the price
I'm
just
not
goes.
a big Intel fan.
The price is so much higher on staying on the AMD side, though.
It really is.
It's like,
Intel's pretty
good
cheap.
fucking God. Oh,
Intel's
talking about
cheap, but I'm
cheap
like,
and Intel and all that stuff. I mean, what's your thoughts about the whole CEO being ousted?
pretty freaking wild, dude. There's like a lot of CEOs resigning, getting fired, getting shot in the back of the head.
Well,
like
the
I guess it's pretty wild.
the meltdown in like mental cognitiveness and making wise decisions and thinking that killing people is not all right in any way, shape, or form. Let me just put that out there.
Yeah.
Fucking the killing of the CEO. It's like I feel bad for his family and all that. It's like he definitely does not deserve that. He was operating in the confines of what the company was allowing him. Fucking. But as far as these CEOs that are now stepping down, I mean, you've got Stellantis that their CEO stepped down because they have all their woke DEI trash in there and they're pushing for everything to be a luxury brand when it's not. It's kind of funny whenever I can sit there and buy a Porsche for the equivalent price of buying buying into the Chrysler Dodge Ram family now.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, right?
Right, and I don't look at that the Stellantis lineup being more luxurious than a Porsche. So is Stellantis going to be able to recover the whole Chrysler Dodge Ram brand? It's going to be hard to say. And then with Microsoft, it's like, okay, it's like how badly did he like run the company to really be ousted like that? Oh, we got a spammer here. Yep, we got a spammer. Wow. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Wow. Let's see here.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And let's go ahead and report this. Since this is, let's see here. That is spam. Bye-bye.
I'm interested in the Battle Mage GPUs though. It's what I got. I'm not really a big Intel fan of like CPUs, but I'm kind of building one. One mainly I can do it pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You know, if you play the deals right, of course, right?
Oh yeah, it's always
Like normally like the NUC PC that I just bought is like over $500. Like normally it's more expensive. So I was able to catch a deal, grab them for cheap. I'll be able to I'll probably end up going with like the i7 because the i7 is at least from the same person that I bought the NUC from the first time. And I know they'll take lower prices, like significantly lower prices. So I'll probably try to squeeze theirs out, which is an i7, which is, you know, a little better. You know, it's the i7 9750U is what's in this one.
nice. Can it play Crisis?
For sure.
Too funny.
Yeah, there's one retailer that I'm like trying to respond back from because they have like the Intel like NUC model number, but it's the i9 model number. They have all the specs for it down below, and like their spec sheet in the picture is also the specs for the i9 version. But the photos they have in the picture, the case says what it is, like on like the case of the NUC,
Right.
and it says Core i7 on it. But like all of the information says it's an i9. So I'm like waiting for a message back, like, is this an actual, like, is this an i9 or is this an i7? Everything else says it's an i9 except for some of the pictures.
Right. Did he make a whoopsies?
And that one's coming from like overseas, so like I want to know if that's like actually what it is.
Yeah, you always got to be careful with that one for sure. Oof.
Yeah, I'll probably I don't know, grab another. Because I still have the i5, right? And
Yeah.
I might end up throwing that in my Dell Optiplex and have like a secondary PC inside the Optiplex. But you gotta like edit the pinouts, right? Because it is a PCIe format, but it also has output. So like if you put it in a normal PCIe slot, they'll fight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you have to like you know, block a bunch of pinouts. Devour did a video of it. He did a video of which pinouts to block with Kevlar tape and which ones to like still let like come out, which just allow it to like power on and stuff with the actual motherboard.
Right.
They're not meant for that, but they can happen.
Yeah. Yeah. What I usually see a lot of people doing is they just take the mining riser And they just plug it
Yeah, the
right in.
riser.
Yeah, and they just plug
Yeah,
that, the
that's
buy
all it
one in.
needs.
Because, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I thought it'd be pretty cool. Maybe build a whole like mining rig of them. Just a mining rig of Nooks. I think it'd
Oh,
be
you
kind
can
of
get
funny.
the, depending on the amount of lanes it has, it should be able to take a buy 4 adapter in their minimum.
Like, what do you mean?
For, like, if you're wanting to put more than one GPU hooked up to it. To your little mini PC.
Uh,
You can
yeah,
put like
that's not what I meant. Like again, like a mining frame, like a bunch of Nooks.
oh, actually nook it
Like,
out. Oh, okay. Oh,
I, I
a
think it'd be
nook
kind of
rig.
funny.
Did it all for the nookie. Hey, the nookie.
Just for you singing the song, I wanna build it.
It's like you now just gave me the confidence.
I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna buy 10 of these and offer $100 a piece, and like, all right, here we go.
That's the, like, what the fuck are you gonna mine with? Dude, it's Intel.
Coal. I'll probably mine coal
If it was
for
like
more.
AMD, I would see more utility to it. I would say do it on the AMD platform and you'll be happier at least.
Well, they don't have a Nook like Intel.
Well, you're not getting nooks.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The Nooks are cooler. I can put it in a riser and put it on like an open air mining frame.
You can
It
do all.
works. It looks cool.
You should be able to do all that to some of the stuff with the AMD side too.
I don't know.
Because, like, I've seen people sitting there with external GPUs on the AMD side too, so there's obviously a slot for them too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You can do one for each one of them. It's a special like daughter board that
right?
the Intel sells. You can buy them online. That takes the graphical interface from the other by 16 slot, which is whatever you put in it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be funny though.
I've even seen people doing
I
it.
know
Well,
Retro Mike he has quite a few. I think he's mining Varus with his.
oh, nice.
He has quite a few of them. He actually powers them by a riser.
That's too fun.
Yes, sir.
And since it's been cold as balls up here, I've actually been turning rigs on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
About that
kind of it's
time.
kind of it's kind of funny that the mini doges are profitable. Barely, but profitable.
Pretty wild, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's like, thank you, Bell's coin.
i7. What's an i7 V Pro?
Oh.
Oh crap.
And I was thinking of like also like setting up a little area right next to me here where I can actually like run like a little single rig over here for testing porpoises and see
Like
what
porpoises.
some porpoises and actually just kind of go through like because I mean everybody like that's been around mining for a while, what was your gold standard? You know, somebody like, oh, what do you get your hash rate at? You know, and it was always comparable to Ethereum. Well, now there's no comparison. And, you know, you get these, you know, all these, you know, what to mine, hashrate.no, and the hash rates on any given coin has not been always realistic for what I've been able to get my stuff to hash at. So it kind of sucks that there's really no like gold standard of, okay, this is my measuring stick. You flipped.
I gotta grab a link for my boss. Message me.
We've been turned sideways, folks, for work. Oh, hopefully everybody was like has their drink right side up. I mean, if you're in Mikhail's world, you'd be pouring your drink out right now.
Or like, huh?
Right, exactly. It's like I gotta hold it up like this. Ah, too funny. But what's your thoughts on the state of GPU specific mining? I've been seeing the other guys in the crowd going, it's bull run GPU mining starting. It's like, not quite sure about that.
I have an unbiased opinion because I'm gracious enough to have cheap electricity. So,
well, let's say I put it down to what you know, best rate 6 cents a kilowatt hour, right?
Right.
So, and it's like, and I'm looking at somebody who's going to be mining. Not everybody's going to be in the top tier GPU selection, right? They're going to be grabbing something a little bit more affordable, a 3060 Ti, right? And even at your rate right now, a 3060 Ti, and this is at 6 cents a kilowatt hour, you'd be making 48 cents per day on a 3060. Now, that's not horrible at all, but you know, you look at what the national average is, which is about 12 cents. I think it's starting to creep up. I think it's almost 13 cents now is a national average. But well, you know, it's like I'll compare it still to the national average of 12 cents a kilowatt hour, and a 3060 Ti making 32 cents a day. Now, if you've already sitting on the hardware, you know, it not a horrible play. You're probably going to be utilizing about, give or take, 30 cents worth of electricity a day to make the 30 cents.
A 1-to-1 swap.
Right. I mean, I don't really look at that as bull market.
No. Everybody's being hopeful.
Yeah.
I think mainly they're just not that like the bull market for mining is here, but like bull market for proof of work tokens has kind of been popping off. I've been noticing there's been a lot of proof of work projects that are not necessarily profitable, but doing well, like price wise. Like Caspa's up to almost 19 cents right now. Like it's got a good boom, but it's not like screaming profitability in the mining sector. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But the price appreciation has been
because like what people don't also realize, if from the mining perspective, There is a lot of
What's up, Tech
hardware.
Man?
There is a lot of hardware that is not currently on.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
is just sitting on the sidelines. As the price starts ticking up, all this hardware is also waking up. We haven't blown past equilibrium of the total hardware that's out there for the altcoin market. And I think that's what people and I've been trying to like kind of like be the person that says it, because like me and you, we know that there was big, gigantic GPU mining facilities. It's like, where's all that hash rate? Somebody's got it.
On AI. I know HUD 8's GPU farm went to AI. So, or whatever that's worth.
And it'll go to AI, and it's not going to be their entire farm. Because they're going to be looking at the 1080 Ti's, and then the 30 series and 40 series. And when HUT 8 shut down, what they had maybe they had 20 series, in there in the mix. So a 2080 and a 1080 is what the AI centers are going to be looking at from them. All their ASICs that they had were useless. The 580s that they would have had, where'd all those go? Where's all the 1070s? Where what I'm saying? Like you're kind of like your lower to mid tier GPUs, like a data center and AIs are not going to be taking mid tier shit. I mean, I could totally see the 1080 Ti's, sure. There's still a lot of shit that highly favors the 1080 Ti's. So it's like and I've been kind of trying to keep an eye on like a lot of this hash rate as like the price has been lifting up, and I do not have that website pulled up. There we go. Mining pool stats. I mean, like you look at, let's say, Caspa, with the price ticking up even on Caspa. What's Yeah, Caspa's hash rate's been slowly ticking up with the price rate, but that's not going to be competing with so much of the GPU people out there. Let's check out Ravencoin. That's something that even we all mined it at one point in time, and since the price has been running up,
Ravencoin.
yeah,
Really?
and Ravencoin's price is ticking up, and so is the hash rate. Ravencoin's been having a solid tick up on its hash rate. Absolutely solid. And I've been like seeing more and more people, tweeting about Ravencoin. I've been seeing Tron Black being a little bit more active in the community with the price going up,
Let's go up.
That'd be a pretty cool motherfucker to try to get up on this show.
Tron Black.
Hell yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah. I mean, He's a shitcoiner, but he's still good people. Love to be able to, ask him the hard question, like, so when are we gonna have like community-driven projects and like actually make ecosystem, a usable ecosystem?
Oh, shit.
It's like I like the Ravencoin project. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool stuff, but yeah, they need to make their use case. Digibyte's actually on the move going up. Ergo looks like it's doing pretty decent too. I mean, for like network growth.
Right.
Not so much mining wise, because the hash rate's been ticking up with it. So I mean, like mining wise, I think it's and I've had people ask me, they're like, "Oh, should I get into mining?" And I'm like, if you can find some good deals on equipment, actually firing the equipment up right now, no. If you already have the equipment and you want to fire it up, sure, you could fire up some of your lower power hog stuff. I like right now, there's no way in hell I'm gonna fire up any of my 3090s.
Right.
Fuck no, dude. We need like confirmation of true bull run for the GPU side of things for me to go, oh my god, I need to fire these up. But for that thing to be utilizing 250 to 300 watts and pulling in less than $1 a day, not fucking worth it. I mean, like I said, I fired up my ASIC, but ASICs typically make money. That's kind of their design.
Yeah, my ASICs aren't on yet. FPGAs are on though. They're on asterisks. Oh, did you see the? Did I show you the power cables?
The new power cables that they come out with on for the ASICs.
No.
Then no, I don't know about the power cables you're talking about.
Send them to you in Discord. You can share them on the screen.
I was kind of figuring. I was just setting stuff up so I could see that. All right. Oh. Oh. I'm a little crispy.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone was saying that like my VU9P was reading an odd amount of wattage on the PDU. Yeah, well.
This was yours?
Yeah, that's my VU9B.
Oh. Let me get this up over here. So everybody, this is what he's talking about here. So this is his FPGA.
Yep.
This is the single hash board that he has in there, and he's got some tape on there so that it's more so he's not losing any air pressure, which is awesome. and you can see that the connector is not like
Yellow.
a nice clear white or like a cloudy white. It's nice and ambered out. Because let me open up this other one. Bam! Because this cable's got a little crusty. Hopefully he didn't do it. There's no damage to this. But if you notice that all the browning is on the ground, you typically if you have any kind of a loose connection anywhere, it'll distribute more power to ground, and you start getting what I call hot legs, and you always hot leg your ground. Very rarely do you hot leg your input side. If you hot leg your input side, that means something downstream from power is fried. Typically, whenever I see it going the other way, I see it as like a wore out connector, or just prolonged heat cycles. Just kind of, again, it'd be like a wore out connector, just prolonged heat cycles, going from, a summer environment, too many times, without any kind of without any kind of like maintenance of being pulled apart and just kind of inspected periodically. It would have caught this a little bit sooner, but I'm not faulting.
V9P is like a month or two old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not
right.
old.
You wouldn't think that after like a month or two. So
now the power supply is one of those 2400 watt power supplies that we had from the farm.
wow. Yeah, that's typically, I see that like, because it's on the ground side, I would sit there and say that there was a fitment issue with that.
Don't know. It was seated all the way.
I'm not saying that you did something wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's like saying like you gotta you have the male side and the female side, and typically if the female side has actually been plugged in and pulled back out at least once, there's a potential that it opened up the female side and now you're getting a loose connection, because like from the manufacturer, people don't realize it. Those connectors are technically only good for 20 plugins. Technically, through their own service manuals. If you look at their services for it, it is 20 plugins. The new high volt power connector that NVIDIA is using is, I think, 12 plugins. Like 8 or 12 plugins.
Wow.
Right. So like
people
need to realize, like, you can only plug in a plug on sensitive equipment so many times before you're just like, yeah, I just got to pitch this, whether it's good or bad. It to me, it's like, I look at it like it's like drag racing. You got your connecting rod is the heart and blood of the motor, right? And these high horsepower guys, they're like 20 runs in, whether the connecting rods are straight or not, they pitch them.
Yeah. It's more likely that it's going to break.
Right. It's like your weakest link. Might as well just get rid of it on a scheduled maintenance. But again, I mean, I wouldn't think of it on new equipment, but I would think of it on new equipment with used gear.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it could very well have been just because that was used. You plugged in a used power supply, and it got when it got unplugged, it was unhappy, and then whenever you plugged it back in, yeah, it made good enough connection to be on.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Because he was reading more voltage, like on the PDU, than I know that the VU9P was taking, and I was like, that's odd,
See, anytime that you start hot legging,
so that's when I minutes when I turned it off.
When
And
you
it had been off. And then I was like, oh, Asterix came out. I was like, cool. I'm going to go move. I said, I'm going to go and turn it back on. But I was like, before I got to that point, I was like, oh, I'm going to check the power supply real fast because I remember that voltage thing. And then I unplugged it and I was like, oh, well, that would be that. Then I moved it to a new power supply.
yeah, anytime that you
It's back and hashing.
yeah, whenever you hot leg something, you have to increase your amperage in order to jump the gap. And in order to jump the gap, you have to also increase voltages. So you have to have voltage and amperages has to go up in order to jump the gap. So I would almost expect to see a higher amp drop if you got a poor connection on ground.
Right.
That actually makes perfect electrical sense. Because you got an increased resistance.
It doesn't anymore.
Right, because you no longer have an increased resistance. You have corrected the problem.
Bad power supply.
Yeah, well, just at least the connector ends.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, some of those power supplies I do like, because I can unbolt the connectors off of there and just put a full brand new string of them back on.
Right.
Those are the power supplies I absolutely love, because it's a serviceable power supply with a known worn part that you can replace. Oh, I love that. You're not creating e-waste because you got bad connectors. But that's just me though.
All right, man. Well, I know we've been up for kind of an hour, kind of not. Technically not.
Oh, we got 7 minutes. We're close enough. So, yep, I'm sure you probably want to eat some grub and stuff.
I've already eaten.
Okay, then you probably want to.
I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm about to say you want to kick back and relax, all that good stuff. So I feels you on that one. So everybody, smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. If you got any comments or questions, certainly drop those in now. And
I might go live tomorrow. Because tomorrow's my off day. So I might go live and help fix and finish we can. Switch it.
oh, okay. It's like no.
Finish this thing. Just need to get it back up and running. It's just a Dell operator with the
Got an Asus in there.
it's a 2080 Ti. I had to modify the case. Usually there's a bar right here to hold the GPU in.
Yeah.
But the GPU be so thick that it was hitting the bar, so I had to remove it.
Is this your little PC, or is this work?
No, this is mine.
Nice.
Yep. It's just a Dell Optiplex.
The 1980s wants their carpet back, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude, it's terrible. It's the worst, man. It was built in the 70s, and I feel like the carpet's from the 70s.
No. That there is clear 80s. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. But yeah, so I might go live tomorrow for that,
Woo!
just to finish it. It's running. I was trying to install Windows and stuff wasn't happening. Life got in the way. It's been sitting on the shelf for like 4 months. Haven't had the time to get to it. So I was like, you know what? We're driving down there. I'm gonna take it with me. Only distraction right now is work, so that's
Right.
And tomorrow I'm off, so
Woohoo!
try and tackle it.
Right.
I was gonna go not today, but when the Battle Mage GPs come out, I was gonna go to Micro Center and grab one. But it's in Houston, and that's like not close.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
That there be an all-day drive for just to spend money.
I swore it was in Austin. I was like, yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah, no, it's not. And Best Buy's not going to sell the cards. So.
Fun.
Yeah. Amazon it is.
Yep. So, with that being said, everybody, certainly smash those lazy like buttons, all that good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Peace out. Stay savage. And, of course, we'll see you guys on the next one. Yo! Because DCA Adventures rated F for fucking awesome.